Is Apple falling dangerously behind in the AI race? Will Apple's reliance on iPhone sales be enough to keep it on top if Android's AI leapfrogs ahead? And can it catch up before it's too late? Laura Martin from Needham explains why Apple's slow progress in generative AI could threaten its dominance, and why partnering with outside AI leaders might be the company's only hope.
AI-ish efforts, and they can't do that internally. What we're seeing at Meta is Meta, different stock, is paying $100 million to attract some of these people in generative AI. I cannot see Apple doing that. So if you're not going to hire people to do it in-house, you must go out of house and pay third parties to do this generative AI product development for you.
So I just want to go back. What drives Apple's stock seems to still just be sheer iPhone sales. That's it. iPhone sales, if we're really lucky, it's an iPhone, mega cycle. I use ChatGPT and these products on my phone all the time. It's actually one of the main reasons I now use the phone. So I don't know if that's enough for it to be a super cycle, but that's got to be enough for the stock to just keep selling phones, even if they did nothing on the AI front.
I think the 3-year problem, which is within an investment time frame, is that Android is racing ahead because, as you know, Android phones, there's 20,000 of them. And so to the extent that Samsung's iPhones or other Android iPhones run ahead, integrating, because, by the way, that's Google-backed, and Google has Gemini, a large language model. To the extent those Android phones integrate generative AI into more of what they do, that puts Apple further and further behind with exactly what you said is true. If they start selling fewer and fewer iPhones, that destroys the ecosystem business model of Apple.
For sure.
So this isn't a 12-month problem. It's a 5-year problem.
That said, all of us iPhone owners, I think on some level realize the other phones may be more innovative, but we're just sticking with the Apple ecosystem for, I don't know why, familiarity at this point, maybe because you feel like the Google one is, maybe because Apple's does feel a little bit more like it's protecting privacy. I don't even know why I still have, maybe I just want to be blue in the iMessage groups.
It's so true, so true. But I think that's true, and I think it holds on to us in the iPhone ecosystem longer, but not forever. To the extent Android keeps racing ahead and Apple does nothing, there will be a time where you break and you move to the Android ecosystem. That's what we need Apple to do here. We need them to do enough with third parties to keep up, to keep the gap within 20 or 30% of the capabilities of Android. Otherwise, people will stop buying iPhones for the next iPhone.